So hey everyone, I cannot let another moment pass without discussing the amazingness that was the SmackDown Elimination Chamber. That match to me was outstanding. Truly amazing match. I think the participants were great in themselves. You had The Undertaker going against Chris Jericho, going against R-Truth, going against John Morrison, going against CM Punk and Rey Mysterio. So that was, a good mixing of personalities. So first, the two first people in there were CM Punk and R-Truth. And I really liked that R-Truth, it was his first time being in the chamber, but he was, utilizing it well by slamming Punk's head into the chains and, really giving Punk a beating. And then, of course, CM Punk turned it around, got the pin on R-Truth, and, grabs a microphone and started cutting a promo. Anytime you give CM Punk a microphone, gold is going to just start, spewing out of his mouth, okay? It was just amazing. I like that he kind of called out on The Undertaker. He did the same thing to Morrison, kind of ranting about his rock star lifestyle. So that was, of course, very good. I love when they give Punk a microphone. They did the same sort of thing at the Royal Rumble. I thought all that was great. And then, there was such a good, mesh of athletes in this match. I loved watching this. I mean, you had, I guess R-Truth is very athletic himself, but, you have really, these really acrobatic people in John Morrison and Rey Mysterio. So I enjoyed watching them. Another, big highlight of the night for me was watching, no offense to Rey, but it was watching Rey Mysterio, really take a beating. I mean, he really took a hell of a beating. He went head first, just like a friggin' dart, right into the cell. Why am I laughing? This is serious business. No, but seriously, he went just like a lawn dart right into that friggin' cell, head first, and it was, you could see the glass shake. Oh man, that was a concussion waiting to happen. So that was hilarious. And you know what, Ray, I'm sorry, but that was funny. And then he kept getting back body dropped onto the grate and thrown into the chains that surround the thing. And then he went up to the top of the cell, was about to do something, and Punk almost flipped him off that. I thought that was great. John Morrison and Rey Mysterio really kind of did great in this match, I thought. As far as athleticism goes, they both also did a Spider-Man type thing and latched onto the cell. I thought that was great. John Morrison really hung in there for a long time, and I thought it was nice to see him get his props, so to speak. And then, Chris Jericho came in, and, it was just like, oh man. When he ran from The Undertaker and hid in that cell and, kind of slammed the door and was trying to hold it shut and The Undertaker was trying to pry it open, I thought that was just hilarious. That was classic Chris Jericho. I mean, he is, without question, one of the greatest heels ever in that company. I mean, seriously, that was hilarious. And then that was also kind of, Chris Jericho was being Chris Jericho, and The Undertaker was, definitely being The Undertaker. Everyone knows what happened to him now. He was set on fire by his pyrotechnics. And I guess he's been a little bit upset about that. You think he's upset about being set on fire? Huh? And then people are, complaining, oh, he shouldn't be upset. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, if you were on fire, you would probably sue the fucking company, so stop. He's The Undertaker. He has a right to complain, alright? Shut up. Anyway, off topic. I get a little bit ranty about my taker. So I thought Chris Jericho did an amazing job. As I, assumed he would. Um, One of the other things I loved about this match was just seeing The Undertaker in the background. He was the last one to come in. Seeing him in the background kind of just glaring at people. And of course I didn't know he was actually thoroughly pissed off about the fire incident, but you know, I thought that was just vintage Undertaker. Michael Cole, you get your props right there. And then, you know, it eventually came down between Jericho and Taker, which I also loved. I thought they're, you know... Someone's yelling in my house. What the hell is that? I don't know if you can hear that, but it's actually scary. So, what was I saying? I lost my thought. That's not cool. Oh yeah, so it was down between The Undertaker and Chris Jericho. And, I love seeing that. I would have been happy if either of them had come away with the victory. But of course, I was expecting Shawn to pop up somewhere. And he did. And he super kicked Taker. And Jericho got the pin. And so now Jericho is the champion. So now we can see Y2J take on Edge for the title. So I really hope it's going to happen. And I hope that SmackDown is going to, you know, showcase Shawn and Taker 2, you know, that was a great match. It was another one of the greatest matches, but, you know, I think as far as wrestling today is concerned, the SmackDown Chamber had everything a pay-per-view match should have. It was exciting, it was fast-paced, it had great wrestling, it had great characters, great character development, it had twists and turns and throughout the whole thing, and I thought it was absolutely great. You know, anytime you have HBK, CM Punk, The Undertaker, and Y2J separately, people are going to care. So you put them all together, and you know magic is obviously going to happen, and it did. So I'm really hoping that, you know, SmackDown can keep up this great momentum and go into WrestleMania and just totally blow away everybody. I think they can do it, and I'm really happy with that match. I thought it was, you know, one of the greatest matches I've seen in a while as far as wrestling today goes. So I really love it. And don't argue with me, it's so true.